What is going on, everybody? It is Nidge here, and welcome to episode 15 of our Real Betis career mode save. Episode 15 is going to be a little bit different to any episode I've done so far on this series. Usually, as I'm sure you're used to by now, I tend to sort of play the games, three, four, 5 games. After I've played them, I'll come back and record the commentary retrospectively so I can talk about a bit of real life football as well as what's going on in the games. But today I'm going to go with the more commonly used approach by most YouTube commentators, which is to sort of record the commentary as I'm playing the game, so you get more of a live reaction, but obviously you get less talking about the real life football, that aspect of it. But I'm just going to commentate as I play, and then I'll just cut at the game afterwards, obviously, and hopefully we'll see how we get on with it. But if you let me know what you prefer me doing after this episode, I'd really appreciate that. So whether you like the original concept of me just talking over the games after and talking more about the football, or whether you prefer the live reactions and that kind of thing. So we're going to go into our away tie against Dortmund here in the Europa League. Obviously we lost 3-0 in the first leg, a bit disappointing, but like I've mentioned many times, I'm not too fussed about the Europa League, and we're going to be fielding a completely different 11 here just to rest the players for the league, because that is, after all, our priority. So, Nacho there, Didac in at left back, centre backs will be Figueres and Perquis. Where's Perquis gone? Is he down here? Yeah, I've gone past him. There's Perquis. More chicken Reyes there. We'll have Dos Santos in cam. We'll have Origi on one wing and Juan Carlos on the other. And then more up front we'll have Chuli and... In fact, we're going to leave Molina because Molina's going to be the second striker now that Baptiste is back anyway. So that's going to be the starting 11 for this game. Sara in goal, Nacho, Jordi Figueras, Dominic Perquis, Didac, Lorenzo Reyes, Origi, Juan Carlos, Jonathan Dos Santos, Chuli and Jorge Molina. Right then, here we go. Borussia Dortmund away from home. They absolutely smashed us in the our home game, 3-0. Obviously they're playing Fabregas up front in that game. It'll be interesting to see if they rest anybody as they obviously a 3-0 up here, but we'll see the lineup in a second. So here come the lineups. Here is Borussia Dortmund, and now I'm playing a full strength team as they did in the first leg. Fabregas leading the line up front, McCracken, whoever he says now, in cam, Blaszczykowski on one wing, Ross on the other. That's the attacking line. Then they've got their strong defence, Socrates, Hummels back there with Schmelzer as well. So Weidenfeller in goal as well. I saw that. It's pretty much their strongest team, as you'd expect. Nice, what's the word in the crowd there? The Borussia Dortmund badge. I forgot the word is for it, but yeah. And there's our team, as you've already seen. Very much reserved, but as we're already out, and it's all about resting the players now. But starts the game. I just thought I'd thank you all, because I have just gone over 20 subscribers as I record this video, 21, and the channel is slowly growing, so thank you very much for your support, and I'm glad that you're enjoying it, all the content that I'm putting out at the moment. A lot of people seem to be enjoying this Real Betis career mode save, so hopefully we can continue and get to the end of this. Oh, we've got a good chance here early on now. Someone will get in the box. Oh, unlucky. Come on, get the foot in, get the foot in, get the foot in, don't let him do it. Oh god, it's deflected. Oof. Christ, the keeper wasn't moving then. It was a decent block from Origi, but nearly said to him, we're going to get a replay of that, because that was damn close. No, not, I don't think. Never mind. Good defending, I suppose. Oh, sorry, I just caught them out now with the control. Out. Oh dear. 1-0 down after just 10 minutes, and that's 4-0 on aggregate. And if we weren't going out before, we definitely are now. God damn it. I spoke about it in the last episode, just shows again that we really do need to strengthen the squad if we're going to be competing in the Champions League next season. Won 3-3 league games last episode. Oh, chance! Oh, I was pressing LB, what have I done? I was trying to switch players and I shot. Oh, what a chance that was. God, that wide anyway. Bloody hell, that was awful, Dos Santos. Oh, what a great ball. Oh, what a goal. We're really struggling here again. Dortmund are just too good for us, I think. Took that really well. This is a nice angle for the replay as well. I've got to admire that. Lovely dink over the top, just off the last man, and volleys it in first time. 5-0 on aggregate. This is by far our biggest beating so far in the... Good footing, Dos Santos. Dos Santos has been our best player this half, but we've not been good again. Dortmund are just far too strong for us, and You just can't live with Fabregas leading the line, which I never thought I'd say. Let's have a look at the draw here, see who else is playing. God, Wigan's still in there. Benfica, Arsenal. Benfica, Arsenal and Dortmund are probably the top 3 teams, and I'd say this is definitely one of the harder draws we could have had. We've actually matched them shot-wise, but that doesn't really tell the story, because their shots and chances have been clean through on goal, and ours have just been sort of distance ranged efforts and poor crosses really. But hopefully we can at least grab a goal in the second half, but I wouldn't bet on it at the moment. Like I said, we're really struggling here. Juan Carlos uses step over, cut inside. He has released this one. Oh yes, it's a lovely goal. 2-1. Juan Carlos brings us back into it. Knew exactly what I wanted to do there, and he did it superbly. Little step over to make the angle on the inside. Fires it across the keeper, just curls away from him a little bit, and that's 2-1, and that does restore, like I say, a little bit of pride. That's what we're looking for. You never know, if we get another one, it's a draw, and that's not a bad result at all, even if it does being rated to tie. It's away at Dortmund, and it carry through a little bit of momentum, like I was saying before. Oh God. And that is it, all over. The Europa League adventure is over for us. We've lost 2-1 here at Dortmund. We lost 3-0 at home against Dortmund, so it's 5-1 loss on aggregate. They were by far the best team on the whole over the 2 legs. Nothing that they didn't deserve there. And the only time we were really in the game at all was the second half of the second leg, where they completely took the foot off the gas. But there we are, the Europa League adventure is over, which means we can now completely focus on the league, because we're also out of the Spanish Cup, obviously. It is all the league from here on in. So here we go, Liga BBVA. Villarreal away, a game that we need to be winning to keep our good form going and to make sure that gap stays from 4th to 5th. Like I say, Villarreal are a team that we can't be taking lightly. They're nowhere near the top end of the table, but they have got some dangerous players. You can see that they're not even in the top 10. Villarreal having a really disappointing season, they are. If they do have a bad season, Dos Santos is a player that we could look to bring in next season, maybe a player that I really like on the game, but that's for a long time in the future, just yet. So here is the Villarreal team. Oliver Torres, really good young player. Dos Santos, their strongest player, playing up front. Urche's okay, but they're not the best team in the world, as I've mentioned before. Talking about Lorenzo Reyes here, because he has dropped off out of his good form that he was on recently, but I still think he's done very well for us this season as a player that's just been filling in at CDM, and he's a bit more defensive minded, so he's a player that I do like to put on when we're struggling a bit in a game, or a team's a bit more attacking. You can put him in there just to shore things up. You've already seen our lineup, but there it is again on screen, our standard lineup. Hopefully the new boy Eduardo can get another goal in this game. We'll have to wait and see, but I can't believe we're 26 games into this season already. We've had the cups as well, but we're only 12 games away from the end of the first season of the series. Absolutely mad how quick that's gone, but hopefully we can snatch another 3 points here and keep that gap from 4th to 5th. It's just a matter of time. They're just defending very well. Look at that little run. Come on, Verdu. Verdu. Gonna pull the trigger. Ah, good save. Eduardo, look at that run from Video. Come on, Video. We're going to crack this. He's had a decent long shot all season. Oh, he's done it again. Golazo from Video. Superb. He's been a bit quiet in the last few games, but comes through again with another great long shot. He seems to, that edge of the area shot, he seems so strong with it. Just played to me by Eduardo. Not got much to work with, but just cracks it across the keeper right in the far corner. Superb stuff, Video. 1-0 to Betis, and we're keeping up our 4th place momentum. Superb. Get in there, boys. Everything is going back to them. Maybe I just need to use beta clear and not try and pass it out like I usually do. Oh, we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. They had that momentum. 45th minute, everything we were doing was going back to them. And that is 1-1, unfortunately. Bruno for them getting the goal, but so frustrating. No matter how many tackles we were putting in there in that sort of 10-minute period, the ball was just landing back at their feet, and we find ourselves being pulled back level. And now we need to break them down again. Baptiste, can we do it straight off the kick-off? Eduardo, keep on going, son. Got to turn back. Got to turn back. Look at that run from Cedric, though. Cedric, can we get another one? Oh, Cedric. I thought we were going to get some 45th minute cheese of our own then. That would have been ideal. Half time though, 1-1. 0-0 everywhere else at half time. Eduardo. Oh, dear mate. Oh god, Eduardo's gone down. That's not what we want to see. We know he's injury prone. Let's hope that's not too bad. What does it say? Sprained ankle. I'm going to chuck on Origi because I think we need the pace here in this one to try and break through. That's really bad to see though. Oh, he did go over it a bit, didn't he? Oh, great ball. Come on. He's all over me. What I've got there. Oh. Yes! Get in there! We do not deserve that, but I do not care. Superb. Who was that? I think it was Baptiste there, but I could be wrong. Fling it in there. 88th minute. And our good run looks like it is set to continue. We do not deserve that in this game. Villarreal have played so well. He had no right to get there. Absolutely flung himself in, and that is why Baptiste is our top scorer this season. He is such a little poacher. Oh, I did not expect that. This game... Sometimes when you're playing a game of FIFA, it just seems like it's going away from you and you're not going to win in that. This felt like one of those games. Goal this could be. Ah, unlucky video. Nice little run there, and that should be the end of the game. Please play whistle ref, please. Get in there. Another 3 points in the league. We got 9 points in the last episode, and that's the first 3 of a possible 3 in this one. Fantastic stuff. Look at the stats. They had one more shot than us and they had a bit more possession. They didn't deserve to lose in that game. They dominated the game quite a lot. And like I say, it was one of those games, it felt like it was going away from me as the game went on. The goals coming from Leo, Baptiste and Video in that one. And the assist, one coming from Eduardo and the other, of course, being the individual goal. If I remember correctly there, one standout player was Pablo Sarabia earlier in the season. I think that was Getafe, we're about to find out. That's our lineup as you've already seen. Like I say, Molina coming in for Eduardo because of his injury, unfortunately. But other than that, the exact same 11 that won in the last game. Doing the handshaking. Come on, get on with it, lads. We want to see the Getafe team. I think it's this team that had Sarabia. Can't remember that. I get confused with all these teams. They're sort of Getafe, Levante, all those sort of mid-table Spanish teams. I don't know enough about them. No, it wasn't these, unless he's on the bench. Pedro Leon, that was their star player last time we played them. He was by far the best player, the one in centre forward. The 1-2 going. Come on, that's a great run. Come on, Video. We're going to cut inside here if we can. We can. Release the Kraken! Oh, he's blocked it, you wanker. Beautiful football. Beautiful football. Oh, we've got a bit of luck. We've got a bit of luck, but that was such a nice move. Please finish this. Yes. 1-0 Video. That was an absolutely beautiful first time move in the middle of the park there. We did get a bit of luck there to nick it off the defender and just get in ahead of the other one, but it's another goal for Video. And like I say, he's really picked up again in the last couple of games, and that's what we like to see. Lovely finish, didn't panic, just smashes it past the keeper. All the goal has been taken on the opposite side by Lisandro Lopez, isn't he? The Argentinian striker in the French league. He said he's a centre back, so it's not the same one, but strange how we can cut this back here. He's got loads of time. This has got to be 2-0. And that has pretty much put this game to bed, I would imagine. So much space he had in the middle there. Easy cut back for me. Leo Baptiste, I think it was, that found the net. Gets it down the line. It's Video getting the assist. No surprise, because he's having one of those games where everything is going for him. And yet, smashed into the corner. When we found him in the middle of the park, in the middle of the box there, it was never in doubt. Easy finish. 2-0 up, and we are cruising here. It's a matter of how many goals, rather than whether we'll win this one at this point. That is half time. Really comfortable game. It's one of the more comfortable games we've had this season. Can't remember many more games where we've been 2-0 up with such little threat. And Valencia are playing Athletic Bilbao, so we will definitely be pulling out a gap again, like I say, because they're two of the teams that are just below us. So no matter what happens, we're looking very good for fourth place at the minute, very strong. So Santos just about holding on, and that will be full-time. 2-0 win. Nice to keep the clean sheet, and it was really a comfortable game that was. We got 2 fairly early goals, and after that, they just never really looked like scoring. Video had an absolute blinder of a game in that one. Look at that there, and he had the 5 shots, only 2 on target, about 13 and 8, but really comfortable game. And Athletic Bilbao and Valencia drew 0-0, which is probably the ideal scenario for us because that means both teams have dropped points. Let's have a look at the table. Oh yes, look at that now. We are looking good for that 4th place finish. We've got a game in hand over Valencia as well, that is crazy. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the last game of the episode. Levante away. Like I say, Levante are a team that you'll be expecting to get 6 points off in a season, but no team is easy away from home. Here is their lineup. There is Navas in goal, as we mentioned. Other than that, there's not really many players that I'm super familiar with, to be completely honest with you. That's just being greedy, I think, although that is a great run, Cedric. Come on. Nice touch into the space. Another big touch. Hammer this across. No. No, that did not just happen. So unlucky, god damn. Having a bit of a patch here early on. Oh, but we have got that there. Chica, bit of luck. Look at that run down the bottom that he's made. Chica, that's a beautiful ball. Baptista, it's got to be. Oh no, we've had a couple of chances that we've squandered. Firstly, that Cedric one. Now that Baptista. Oh god, that could be a red. That could be a red. What am I doing? Please ref, please ref, please ref. Thank you. Got a bit lucky there. Went in to try and get in ahead of the player, and it was video as well, a player that we don't want to be losing. You see, I did go in from behind, I think, yeah. Many a time on FIFA you get a red card for those. We do get very lucky there. Thank you, Mr. Referee. Oh god, but from the free kick we could be punished. It's worse than a red. It could be worse than a red. It is. Oh no. Route 1. Absolute Route 1 football flicked on. And it completely screwed over my defence. God. Come on. Good strength. Please, Baptista, this time, please. Yes. 1-1. That's what we needed before half time. Get in there. Baptista, I think that's his 13th or 14th of the season for us. He's been really good, and that's what he does most of the time when he gets there. He finishes it across the keeper. Couldn't do it earlier on in the game, but he did do it there. Oh, it's a heavy touch. Oh, it's the same again. Video, hold it up. Hold it up, boy. It's a chance. It's got to be. It's got to be. Yes. Video doing the dirty work. Beautiful ball across after he held it up. And Baptista gets the goal again. And so often the computer do this. I don't know what it is. It's on world class, so they shouldn't, but they just play around with it a little bit at the back. And if you put them under enough pressure, you can just poach in there. And that's exactly what we've done a lot this year and during this season. Sometimes it happens for you, sometimes it doesn't. And in this episode, it has definitely been happening for us. We have had the good fortune. Good pressure again. And again, we're unlucky that time not to get it. Are we going to get it? Oh, we are. Going to do a lofted cross this time. He's there. It's in. 3-1. And I think that's the first half hat-trick for Baptista. Was it Baptista? Oh no, it was Molina. My bad, it was Molina. He hasn't scored for a while, so it's nice to see him getting back on the score sheet. But 3-1 up before half-time. Chica doing really well. He's had a really good game again, Chica. Down that left-hand side from left-back. Bombing forward, getting the assist that time. Molina's there. Pretty much remarked. The defender there tries to get to him, but it was too little, too late. And we're 3-1 up now. And again, it's looking comfortable. And again, it's looking like we've had a good episode. Some good wins in the league. And we're really on a really strong run at the moment. Get the lead. That should be half time, I think. No, yeah, there it is. Thought so. 2-0. 3-1 up here at half time. Levante went 1-0 up, but since then we've just capitalised on what's been pretty appalling. Oh my god, what a hit. What have I said? I've just said the game was safe. Where did that come from? Where did that strike come from? We're going to have to watch the replay of that. Ivanchik, I'm sure he used to play in the Premiership for someone. I can't remember who it was for the life of me. Out of nowhere, it curls away from Adam. You can't begrudge him that. It's a great strike by Ivanchik. What a hit. We should get that as well. And yes, that's the whistle. Fantastic. Another win. And once again, it is 3 wins out of 3 in the league. We just had the defeat in the Europa League in this episode, so very happy with that. We'll have a look at the table now before we go off. So yeah, you can see in the league table that Valencia and Athletic Bilbao have dropped points again, which means that we're now 10 points ahead of them and 9 points ahead of Sociedad, who have got a game in hand. So it's looking now all of a sudden like it's going to be a 2-horse race for that 4th race spot between us and Sociedad, and we have still got to play them, so that could be a really big game later on towards the end of the season. But that is going to bring us to the end of this episode, everybody. Thank you very much for all the support you've been giving me lately. I'd really appreciate it if you enjoyed the video, if you'd leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you've enjoyed this style of video, because obviously I usually do the retrospective commentary, as I mentioned at the start, and I've done this one live. So if you prefer this style, let me know, and this is the one I'll stick to in future episodes of this and perhaps in future series. Or if you prefer the normal style that I've been doing, which has been the retrospective with the odd full live game, live com, then I'll stick to that. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I shall see you again in episode number 16. Nidge out.